The Blueprint of Behavior. Part 1, Level D, The Making of Resilience. Mofiz and his brothers were growing up in a difficult environment. Even though many villagers were growing up in the same conditions, Mofiz's family was different. While other villagers had no dreams beyond farming and fishing, never imagining a life outside of their present work, Mofiz's family saw the world differently. Their father had little formal education and had not finished primary school, but he could read and write in his mother tongue. He knew the Quran, his religious book, and strictly followed religious laws. He tried to maintain all the systems of their faith as a regular practice. Mofiz's parents tried to read the Quran every morning. Sometimes Mofiz woke up to the melodic tone of his mother's recitation. During this time, Mofiz continued to grow. When he was in class 3, he gained a new sister-in-law when his second eldest brother, MD. Ahajid, got married. Our father had little formal education and had not finished primary school, but he could read and write in his mother tongue. He knew the Quran, his religious book, and strictly followed religious laws. He tried to maintain all the systems of their faith as a regular practice. Ahajid was very energetic and hardworking. After primary school, MD. Shajad and MD. Ahajid joined their father in farming, while the younger brothers continued their studies according to their age and ability. The third and fourth eldest brothers admitted themselves into high school after passing primary school, while Mofiz and Hafiz attended Marat Primary School. Mofiz enjoyed farming work, and his favorite activity was grazing cows in the field. During school holidays, he often went to the field with 21 cows and 2 cowboys. In the middle of the field stood a banyan tree, his favorite place. He loved it because the banyan tree had many aerial roots, which allowed him to easily make a swing using the ropes used for tying cows and small bamboo posts. A beautiful wind always played there. When he reached the tree, the banyan leaves seemed to sing, whispering secrets into his ear. Many birds played in the branches, some sang while others quarreled. Mofiz would watch them and try to remember their names. He felt the birds knew him. If they didn't, they would have flown away, but instead, they came close to him while he sat on his swing. Mofiz noticed many birds dancing toward him as he swung. Mofiz discovered that if a passerby entered the banyan's shade to escape the harsh sun, the birds would fly up into the higher branches. By noon, the banyan tree cast a wide, round shadow. All the birds returned from the field, and most of the goats, sheep, and calves came to sit under the shade. It was the only place in the entire field that turned cool during the heat of the noon sun. Every cowboy returned there for lunch. They carried their meals with them because the grazing field was far from Marat, and the walk under the harsh sun was difficult. They brought rice, curry, fried items, and peas. They didn't have tiffin carriers. Instead, they placed the rice in a large bowl, put the smaller bowls of curry and peas on top of the rice, covered it with 1 or 2 plates, and bound it all together with a checked towel. In one hand they carried the food, and in the other, a jug of water, as there was no source of drinkable water in the field. At noon, as the cowboys approached the banyan tree, one could see them coming from a long distance due to the dust kicked up by the cows' hooves. Mofiz watched, thinking about how nice the scenery was. Mofiz's family eventually gave in to his stubborn desire to join the cowboys. His sister-in-law began packing him a lunch just like theirs. Mofiz would swing and wait for them to arrive so they could eat together. He watched as they placed their lunch packs and water jugs in the grooves of the banyan tree, keeping them high so they wouldn't be knocked over by a calf, goat, or sheep. Mofiz noticed that the shadow of the banyan tree was perfectly reflected on the ground. There was a round patch of meadow grass that matched the shape of the tree's canopy. Some goats and sheep were already resting there with their young. Some offspring played near their mothers, while others sat on their mothers' backs. The mothers didn't mind, they simply continued to chew their cud, undisturbed. Everything moved slowly in the wind. Mofiz saw his 2 cowboys enter the shade. As the cows and calves tried to find space, some goats and sheep gave up their spots, frightened by the cows' grunts. Most of the birds went quiet in the branches, perhaps taking a rest. They had 3 cowboys named MD, Kabir, MD, Akyu, and MD, Shahab. Although MD, Shahab was working in another field that day. MD Kabir and MD Akyu arrived with the 21 cows. MD Akyu called out to Mofiz as they set down their lunch. A calf, who was Mofiz's friend from home, ran to his swing first. They often played together in the courtyard. Mofiz climbed down to meet the cowboys for lunch. They sat in a circle on the Bermuda grass. Mofiz wondered why the goats, sheep, and cows never ate this beautiful grass that grew directly under the shadow of the banyan tree.
This story is based on real life and will continue through many levels and parts. Wait for the next part.
Special note.
If a family conspiracy has touched you, remember, family conspiracy never means you are weak or powerless. No one conspires against the weak.
It means you are visible, noticed, and important. It means you are strong. Your silent strength, growth, and determination will take you to such a height where no conspiracy can touch you. Where you can simply observe and smile.
Campaigning by Murat Creative Agencies.